Now that you've organized your sequence and researched the available institutions, it's time to complete your application. In order to apply, you will need to finalize your selection of partner institutions, obtain permission from the co-op office if you are enrolled in co-op, write a letter of presentation, complete the online application, and pay the application fee. Your application must be completed and submitted by January 31st. You will be able to list up to 8 institutions per term on the application. If your CGPA is between 5.0 and 6.0, it is recommended that you list all 8 institutions. It is important that you list them in order of preference, as there is a limited number of seats at each institution. The popularity of a certain institution will vary from year to year. The seats of each institution will be allocated based on the CGPA of applicants at the time of the evaluation of the application. This is where the order in which you list the institutions plays an important role. You will be matched with only one institution. The matching process will always follow the order in which you list the institutions. If your first preference is full, the second preference will be evaluated. If that one is full, the third option listed will be evaluated, and so on and so forth. If you are not matched with any institutions listed on your application, you will be contacted. If you apply for an institution in French, Belgium, or Switzerland, you will need to specify the language of study, as most partners offer courses in French and in English. You will also need to make sure that you apply to institutions for which you meet the admission requirements. Exceptions cannot be made. Another important detail to keep in mind is the term available for each partner. You cannot apply for an exchange in the fall with a partner that is only listed as being available in the winter. Finally, it's crucial that you only list institutions that you wish to attend. Once matched, you cannot modify your exchange destination. The importance of researching and being certain about the institutions listed on your application cannot be stressed enough. Once your application has been submitted, you will not be able to modify it. If you are enrolled in the co-op program, you will need to obtain permission from the co-op office in order to participate in the exchange program. In order to obtain this permission, you will need to submit the online request form by January 15th in order to receive the response by the January 31st deadline. You will find a link to the request form in the Module 1 and the Module 3 resources. You will receive the response to your request by email. You will then need to upload the permission email onto the Telfar International Exchange Program's application form. Saving the email as a PDF is preferable, but a screen grab can also be accepted. You will also be required to submit a letter of presentation addressed to the Telfar International Exchange Programs Committee. The letter must be in a business letter format. The requirements are simple. In the letter, you must explain your personal reasons and motivations for participating in the program. You can mention specific institutions, the exchange as a whole. It's up to you to decide. It must be 1 page long, single-spaced, about 400 words. It must also be saved and submitted in a PDF format. Some students prefer going on exchange with a friend. Going with a friend can be good, as it can provide a sense of familiarity while abroad. For this reason, if you and another Telfar student would like to apply for the exchange programs together, in order to be matched together at the same institution, you can do so. You will need to clearly indicate your friend's full name on your application, and your friend will need to indicate your name on theirs. This part is very important, as both must agree to be matched together. You must also select the same partner institutions in the same order. However, you need to keep in mind that it may be more difficult to have a seat in your top choices, as now 2 seats are required instead of just 1. Also, the lowest CGPA of the 2 is used to match you with a partner. This is worth considering before making the decision of applying with a friend. At last, you will be able to fill out the online application form. The link to the form will appear in the next module on Brightspace, which will appear once you have completed Module 3. You will be able to upload required documents, such as the co-op permission and the letter, directly onto the online form. As a reminder, once the form is submitted, you will not be able to make any modifications. Make sure to have completed every required step and to be certain about your choices before doing so. Lastly, you will be required to pay an administrative fee for applying to the programs. This fee can be paid online through the General Store of the University of Ottawa. Please use the link provided in the application module to complete the payment. Please note that this fee is non-refundable. The deadline to submit your completed application, including the fee, is January 31st. You will notice that below this video, there is a short quiz. You will need to obtain a score of at least 5 out of 6 to move on to the application step. Thank you for participating in the pre-application workshop. We hope that the information provided will be of help throughout this process. We look forward to receiving your application.